What's up, y'all? I'm Cody Allen. Today, I'm gonna be going over the first part of my workout series on how to build impressive legs. I'm a former football player, so football players are known for their big, thick trunks. Gotta drive a lot of power, a lot of force through that. I really wanted to start this workout series because a lot of people are imbalanced with the way that they're working out their legs. They have these huge blown out quads, they have no hamstrings, no butt, so we're gonna go over how to build your glutes, how to build your hamstrings, how to build your quads, even down to your calves. So with these workout series, really gonna focus on the hypertrophy part, the time under tension. So if we're working out your quads, we want the duration, the longer part of the lift to focus on leaving your quads burning with the weight sitting mostly in this stressed position. Like with any workout that I do, you gotta warm up. So it's scientifically proven that static stretches, that's stand here, pull your quad back, elongate your quad, will decrease your performance. When I say decrease your performance, you're not gonna be able to lift as much weight. So we're really gonna focus on not static stretches, but an active warm up. Get the blood flowing to the workout area, make sure your legs are loose, make sure your legs can move some weight with some power. All right, so for this first stretch, what we're gonna be doing is a hip hinge. So the first thing we're gonna do is retract our scapula, retract our shoulder blades. Keep our chest up. Legs just outside shoulder width apart, and your ass is gonna be the first thing that moves back. You're gonna hinge your hips. You're gonna feel stretch in your hamstrings and your glutes, and you're gonna pop up. 10 of these to really activate your glutes, your hamstrings, and to keep your scapulas retracted, your upper back pinched, to simulate having a barbell sitting on your back. Next stretch that we're gonna do is gonna be an adductor rocking motion. So you're gonna get down here, your adductor is along the inside of your leg. We are going to get down in this crouch position, hands out in front of yourself to brace yourself, rock back. Feel that stretch there? Come right out of it. You're gonna hit 10 each side for each leg. Next stretch is going to be a mountain climber with a bow arrow draw. So, like so, get into a plank position, leg comes up like a mountain climber, and you're going to draw an arrow. Alternating, 10 each side. Next on the warm-up circuit is going to be a kneeling hip flexor stretch. So right here, knee is at 90 degrees. You're gonna take a slight lean forward, get a true stretch in your hip flexor, shoulders back, opposite arm comes up, and rotate. Really feel it right there. Back. Each leg. Last part of the warm-up circuit is going to be alternating lateral lunges. It's important with this that your weight doesn't go over your knee, and what I mean by that is when you step out and you come out here into your lunge, you're not leaning forward, putting your knee over your toes. We want to get back as close to a 90-degree angle with your quad and your upper leg and your lower leg. So step out, weights in your heel, put the tension back in your butt, hands out to balance yourself. Warm-up. All right, so first workout that's gonna be up is gonna be your back squat. There's two types of squats. There's your high bar squat and your low bar squat. We're focusing on building our glutes, our hamstrings, and our core. So I practice the low bar squat. The low bar squat sits lower on your traps, right below your lower delts. You can kind of see right here. It's gonna rest low on your back. So why do we do that? It's going to load the weight differently so that we can keep, again, time under tension in our ass and our hamstrings longer. The rep count, the set count is going to be on this, going to be 5 by 5. We're building mass, we're building these impressive legs that I was talking about. You're going to work up to your working set weight. So if your working set's 225 pounds, you're not going to throw in 135 and then count that as one of your sets. You're gonna do 135, 155, 185, 205, 225. When you get to 225, that's when you start your 5 by 5. So many people are out here doing just all the way up to their working set, and they get there by set 3 or 4, they do 2 sets of their working set, think their workout's done. You wanna build muscle in your legs, recruit more muscle fibers, you have to up the volume. Right here, I'm gonna rep out 315. Notice on this, that you're gonna see a long time under tension. That means I'm gonna be lowering the weight slower than I'm raising the weight. Okay, also on your setup will make or break you. Gonna come under the bar, feet are going to be just outside of shoulder width. Toes are gonna be pointed out less than a 45-degree angle. Your knees are gonna track right where your toes are pointing. So I always like to pretend that there's a board between my knees. When I'm squatting, I don't ever wanna see my knees buckle. Damage your MCL, you don't wanna do that. Damage your cartilage in your knee, don't wanna do that. So, again, what part of our legs we're working? Our gastroc, our quads, hamstrings, and our glutes. Anytime you're squatting, center yourself on the bar. Remember, before every rep, brace your core, take a deep breath in. You're gonna exhale on the way up. Pushing the weight through your heels. You don't want to come up on your toes, be rocking forward, the weight's gonna come out of balance. The other thing, get your ass to the grass. Get your ass as low as you can. Below parallel is kind of the industry standard. The lower you get, the more stretch you're gonna have in your quad. You can contract on the way up. It's your barbell back squat. All right, so for this workout, we're gonna be hitting RDLs, or your Romanian deadlifts, if you wanna call it that, but that's too long. This workout, we're hitting hamstrings, top of your hamstrings and glute. This workout actually has been known to activate your hamstrings the most out of any of the barbell hamstring exercises that you can do, so it's my personal favorite. How it differs from a true deadlift, the bar. So your legs, a slight bend. Remember again, what muscle are we working? I always say that when I'm doing workouts. Understand what muscle you're actually trying to activate and work out. Use your mind-muscle connection. Make sure that we're working at that muscle. You're not gonna be working out your quads at all on this. You might do some stabilization with your quads, but this is a hamstring dominant workout. So the setup again is everything just outside of shoulder width. Toes slightly pointed out. The bar is going to be picked up and then your lift's going to start. So the first time you pick it up, I don't want you to count that as one of your 5 reps because we're gonna do 5 by 5 on this as well. You're gonna load up the weight, get some heavy weight in there, get a lot of stress on the hamstrings. So your knees, slight bend. You don't wanna lock your knees out on this. Slight bend in your knees so that you continually put some tension in your hamstrings. When you pick the bar up, retract your scapula, your shoulder blade, so that the bar is going to travel in a straight line from your waist down to about 6 inches, 7 inches down the middle of your shin. When you feel like you have to round your back off, you've gone too far. If you have to round your back off before you get to that point, come back up with the bar. Again, on these workouts, the first movement is hips back, ass back. You never want to come forward with your knees. Put a lot of stress. If you're talking about the fulcrum and levels or levers and whatnot, you want to put the stress in your hips. More of a muscle group right here than putting a lot of pressure in your knees. People always say they have bad knees, but they just really don't have to lift correctly. Anyway, so for this lift, come down, pick up the bar, retract your shoulder blades. When you come down, first movement, hip hinge back. You're going to be looking down. When the bar gets too long that you'd have to round your back off, come back up. right, so this is gonna be your glute bridge, your hip bridge. You've seen people do it with the barbell. You can do it with that as well. If you don't have this machine, this is probably one of the most underutilized machine for guys. Guys are super afraid to do this, super afraid to do the adductor machine as well too. But this is gonna be one of the best workouts that you can do to build your glutes. Glutes is like the most underrated workout that a guy's gonna do because they think that that's for girls only. But I'm telling you right now, as far as all the power that you're gonna get, the thick legs that you probably want, because it's 2021 now, 2020, and that's what everybody wants. So for this workout, again, remember what we're working. I don't wanna see you driving with your quads. I wanna see you driving with your glutes. This is gonna be heavy, loaded up. I'm gonna pause for a second at the top. There's other band variations that we can do with this as well, but right now we're just focusing on 5x5s again in this workout series. So we're gonna pause for a second at the top, come down slow. Drive through your heels, back up through the top of the lift, come down slow, get nice and deep so you get your full stretch in your glute, at the bottom of the lift. At the top of the lift, we're gonna hold it, isolate, really flex your glutes. Another thing, tuck your chin to your chest. So many people strain their neck by trying to lift all of this weight with their head for some reason. You'll notice on this lift, I'm gonna be pushing through my heels. My knees aren't gonna bend in. It's gonna simulate just like when I'm doing my low bar squats. And you'll be able to see my hamstrings and my glute activate. Slow, steady reps. All right, so this next workout's gonna be belted squat. You got a Gauntlet machine like this at your gym, you can run with this. Some gyms don't have it, most gyms do. The focus on this workout is gonna be to simulate our low bar back squat. So legs slightly shoulder width apart, a slight forward lean. As soon as you get that forward lean, you've now activated your hamstrings, you've now activated your glutes. You're gonna have your chest up as well, so that when you come down, tension in your hamstrings, tension in your glutes. A common mistake with this workout, people like to come up and they flex their glutes. Looks cool on Instagram, but it's not for activating and working and building your glutes. As soon as you activate your glute or you flex your glutes, you've now removed the tension from that part of the workout. The tension's now shooting down and you're using your your structural muscles to stabilize it. So what we want to do is stay in this position so that you keep the force in your glutes, you're building muscle that way. So the approach. Get this damn belt on yourself. One size fits all. Step through. This is gonna sit right on top of your glutes. Don't want it too high, you're gonna tabletop over. Don't want it too low, you look stupid. Sit it right on the top of your glutes. And again, this lift is through your heels, through your glutes. So. This part of the workout, we've moved to our front of our legs. We're gonna be working, it's called your vastus medialis, inside of your quad. This is your hack squat. With this, be moderate with the weight. We're gonna do 8 reps. We're gonna get a full range of motion. We're gonna get as deep as we can. If we were to work our hamstrings and our glutes on most leg press machines, most hack squats machines, you're gonna move your legs up. You're gonna work out your quads, your legs down. We're gonna carry a more narrow stance on this one, so that we're truly activating the inside of our quads. We're gonna hit 8 reps on this, slow and steady. Slow on the way down, quick on the way up for power. Notice when I came up, I never locked my knees. You lock your knees, you now put yourself at risk for injury. You don't want your knee to bend backwards, mess your PCL up, be a whole nightmare. That's your hack squat. All right, Alright, so for this exercise, it's gonna be your Bulgarian split squat. It's an isolateral work, so you're working one leg at a time. This is probably one of the most versatile leg workouts. Super underrated, a lot of people don't do it because it's hard. 1 foot back, top of your foot resting on the box. Or bench if you have a bench. Why I say it's the most versatile. Leg out, you're working out your hamstring and your glute when you come down. Hamstring, glute. Like that, we're now loading our quad. So we're here. The weight is here. So we're gonna load up the weight on this because we're doing 5 reps each leg. Dumbbells, kettlebells, whichever you like. I prefer dumbbells. Chest up. Remember, brace your core so that you can stabilize the weight all the way through the lift. On this workout, again, your leg doesn't lock out at the top of the lift and your knee doesn't buckle in. You need to track your knee outside of your heel and a slight bend at the top of the lift. Keep your knee nice and healthy. All right, this workout's gonna be heels elevated gauntlet squat. Grab a 45-pound plate. It's the easiest way. If you have 2x4, some gyms have like a wedge that you can drive underneath your heels. The big thing is that your heels are up. Heels up, we're immediately gonna front load our quads. So I use a dumbbell again. You can use a kettlebell for this workout. Big thing with this workout, gotta have a tight core, gotta have a strong core, because we're going to hold the weight here. Drive your elbows up so that the weight doesn't fall down, because this particular series of workouts that we're doing, you're actually gonna be using heavy weight. So this is gonna be 8 reps on a heel elevated goblet squat. Also, when you come up, don't lock your knees. You never wanna lock your knees during these exercises. Again, you're gonna go slow down. Use the weight to lower you. Keep your knees out, they track over your toes. You're gonna get your ass all the way down as far as you can go. Again, don't lean forward. You're gonna put strain on your lower back. Shoulders are gonna keep the weight nice and tight to your chest. You're gonna drive up. So get the weight up however you can. Toes slightly pointed out. Hit your 8 reps. Gauntlet squat. All right, so that finishes this portion of the workout series, how to build impressive legs. We're gonna hit all of the body parts. We're gonna hit chest, we're gonna hit back, we're gonna hit shoulders, we're gonna hit biceps and tries. But the big thing about it is understanding why we're doing what we're doing. So why are the reps at what they're at? Why are the weights at what they're at? With this series, we wanna build not only mass, but symmetry. We don't want just quad dominant. We don't want just hamstring dominant. When we hit chest, we want to hit your pectoralis major and minor equally as well. We want to build the shelf of your chest. Gonna be releasing one of these videos every week. So right now, we hit legs. Next week, I'll figure it out. But right now, really want to focus on how much we broke down the muscles in our legs. Take the following day to recover. Recovery is when you're gonna grow. Your workouts, and especially in this series, with how heavy the weights are, with where the reps are at, with where the sets are at, you're going to be fatigued and you're going to be sore. So you need to make sure that you're recovering. After this series is over, we're going to start the next series. We want to build mass, then we're gonna build strength, and then we're gonna fall it all off, and we're gonna define and tighten all those muscles. No good workout is complete without compiling with the correct nutrition. But right now, really focus on getting the most of these workouts. I'm Cody Allen. You can follow me on Instagram at @theCodyAllen. Let's get it, y'all.